Yo, yo, Magic player, much love. Welcome in. Trav here, bringing you more updates. Another match with this Blue Devotion deck. Make sure to check out the deck tech. And I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. It has only 2 lands. I actually like this one a little bit better. And go ahead and keep. We could keep the Myojin. We're never going to cast it. Screw that. We're looking for Master of Waves as our best card. I'm going to bottom that. Oh, wow. Camera's on. Alright, check it out. Huge innovation. Surprise! Experiments. And guess what? On the audio, I figured something out. I pumped up the level. Tell me. Oh, we drew the card we were looking for. Tell me how you feel about the sound level. Is it good? I also found out that if it's like this, and I'm. Oops, sorry. RIP headphone users. I'm really sorry about that. I'll go and edit that out, perhaps. But if I keep it out here and I don't breathe on it, it sounds a lot better. So, yeah. So we're getting better, one day at a time, one day at a time. However, one thing that's interesting is I'm moving back to California in 6 weeks. There's going to be a totally new setup, new upheaval. I'm probably moving into a new place. Well, I am. I don't know if I've never lived. I don't know how the living situation is going to work exactly. I'm trying to figure that out all out before I get there. The point is, for one, it's going to be hot as hell this summer, so probably more shirts off just because that's the reality if the camera's on. And also, opponent says you're Travis Wu. Who's that? I've never heard of her. I've never heard of her. So I got the plane so we can cast these D-spheres. Obviously we can't cast Declaration of Not, but and really not the best draw, but whatever. Yeah, so feedback. Tell me what you think. What you think. Who's that? Let's play. I am not antisocial. It's just like if it takes the opponent from playing the match, I don't want to talk on Magic Online just because it's just text anyways. So I imagine the opponent's typing something up right now, but it's like, let's play Magic. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Do you like to talk to your opponent on Magic Online? Okay. Meddling Mage. Oh no, you're Travis Wu. I think they might have just stalked our social media to see what we're up to. Possibly, we're gonna find out. Restore balance. Okay, cool. Crisis averted. If I had said I am Travis Wu, they might have stalked us, and then we would have gotten screwed. If you are, I'm still a fan. This hand kind of sucks. Pick this up. If we get detention sphered, I'm probably just gonna scoop right out, to be totally honest. If I'm keeping it 100, you always got to keep it 100. Dogs barking. I might need to. I think I'm maybe supposed to go babysit these canines, but should I bring them in? You want to see the dogs on the? If you want to see the dogs, follow me on Snapchat. Travis D. Wu. Dog pics. No dick pics though. Snapchat has changed. If those of you who don't know, I talked about it in the last video. Really fun. It's this yellow thing here. You can see in the little corner. It is. I post. I post. Man, this opponent is slow as hell, bro. Play faster. I post random stuff, lifestyle things, but I also post deck stuff that happens in advance. And if you're not on Snapchat, it's really cool, growing social media thing. And yeah, so the opponent's tanking. Maybe they're going to play another Meddling Mage, in which case we can play a Plains and D-sphere the both of them. I hope they're not following me. See, if my opponent was following me on Snapchat, they would win this match, right? Because this is the same day as the last video, and I posted the board. So if you followed me on Snapchat, you would know what I'm playing. So this is also the disadvantage of the camera right here, because it's really hard to pause because things aren't synced. It's two different cameras. If I don't have the camera, I could have paused and this video would have been like 3 minutes shorter. But I mean, are you here to watch gameplay? Or I'm gonna ask the opponent if they're there. Are you there? If it's been minutes, right? If there's no camera, it's a lot easier to just pause. So, what do you think? There's pros and cons to this. You tell me. Are we here to wait together? Is that what you want? To wait with me for an opponent who isn't there or is extremely deliberate? Feedback me. In the meantime, during this lull, download Snapchat. You can see, if you're in the last video, for instance, you would see this. Cameras on cameras on cameras on cameras. On cameras on cameras. I'm gonna try. There's additional editing. This is why I'm mixed on the camera, because it's so much more work. But is it that much more entertaining? I'm Googling lists. You can probably guess why. There we go. This is why there's an actual advantage to me lying about my identity because if they went on social media instead, they might name detention sphere. So it's worth noting the opponent has used 6 minutes by turn 3. Okay, time to get owned, noob. Sorry for the meanness, but that's the reality. Get owned, noob. In Paper Magic, that would be unacceptable. You know what I would do? I would say, hey, we're not on pace to finish, and you need to pick it up, bro. Sorry, but you're just taking too long. And if they're like, I can take as much time as I would want, I would say that's not actually true. Judge, can you watch us for slow play? That is to be avoided, and it probably isn't going to work at F&M, but if you're playing at a Grand Prix, then I would actually recommend that option. Okay. Also, bonus time saver if you haven't done this yet, if you play things at 2x speed, if you play, you can, on computer, you can put videos on 2x speed and put the captions on, and you'll be able to mostly understand everything. And it'll save you lots of time over your lifetime. Okay, spreading seas, I'm going to play it. I want to hold off on casting this Master of Waves just because I don't want to lose it to a counterspell, Cryptic Command or whatever. Oh, I tapped my mana wrong because I would like to cast a Declaration of Not. Well, we drew Serum Visions, which is better. Looking for a Nykthos. We'll keep Serum Visions. I'm okay with this island. Wait, why did I play all that? We have Leyline of Anticipation. We can play it at instant speed. I forgot. People, sorry. Oh, because we were looking for islands. Is why. Okay. We get Snapcaster bolted. Yeah, so we don't actually have much time. We're going to have to... We should probably Master of Waves. Probably, because we're going to 9 here, which is not a ton of life. We're going to 8 here, okay. Then we're going to 6. Not a lot of life, my friend. Not a lot of life. Okay, so we've got a couple options now. I'm going to Serum Visions. Don't really want either of these. And we can play at instant speed, so I'm going to pass the turn and choose some upkeep stuff. So the question is, say the opponent has another Snapcaster Mage, or another Lightning Bolt. Lightning Helix. So we could Declaration of Not that. Which is probably worth doing. This plains is slightly awkward, but it was necessary to cast Attention Sphere, so I'm happy that we have it. Choose Lightning Helix. Lightning Helix. Okay. Counter Lightning Helix. Okay, we're not dead yet. I'm not dead yet. And we're going to 4. We're not dead yet, just mostly dead. Myojin. Okay. Well, now's the time to master the situation. See if the opponent plays a burn spell here. I'm gonna go for Master of Waves. If it gets countered, we're still not quite dead. Okay. We could play this Declaration of Not. But we're getting enough tokens. We're getting plenty of tokens. And we could maybe use this Declaration of Not later. I actually should have kept the island. If we had shipped this Myojin, we would have Declaration mana up. So, punt, punt, punt. We're getting Path exiled. And oh yes, we would have a mana. If I had kept an island on top, we would be able to counter that. So, punt, punt, punt. And we're going to 2 here. 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, so we're still a Nykthos away from Myojin or a Master of Waves away from winning. And we're dead to burn. The opponent has it. Don't burn me, bro. This game was winnable. Winnable game. Winnable game. So this is like, yeah, this is interesting. I still have no clue what your deck does. Okay. Well, and I've drawn a 3rd Meddling Mage. There you go. Well, we're pretty much dead if that's the case. Hang on while I think about this. God. You've already used 2 minutes. 10 minutes. Pause. Alright. I'm gonna record another. If there's another match, there's no video. Let's have a discussion about time and respecting the opponent's time, both on Magic Online and in person. So you take too long, you only have a limited amount of time. That is for playing, but that doesn't mean necessarily that you should be able to take infinite time, right? It is there's still a courtesy, right? There's a courtesy to if the opponent has taken 3.5 minutes and I've taken 10, I should probably just. Or is it like you're entitled to take as much time as you want? What do you think? Tell me in the comments. Let's talk about FNM. Let's talk about Grand Prix. Let's talk about Magic Online. Let's talk about Cockatrice. I know that if you do this anywhere but in tournament play, people will not want to play with you and will leave the game. That's not me necessarily. That's my experience. If you play in the tournament practice room, if the time's unbalanced, people just leave. That's just how it is. So, I guess the next time that this happens, I will. It's just really hard to do the edit cuts. It adds a lot, right? So let's talk about the export process for those of you who are interested in it. Record in Camtasia. I'll show you. Oh, Camtasia's recording. I'll just show you how it works right now. And there's some edit editing stuff going on. Basically, I can just auto export it if I don't record the camera. If there's a camera, there's an additional layer where I need to line them up. And then if there's pausing, I need to go in and make cuts at both at the exact same time for each one. And then if I go 1080p, it adds a lot of time to the video rendering, like lots of time, like an hour to each video compared to 720. Found the deck. I'm going to be honest, man. You've taken... yeah. Cool, man. Like, look. Alright, Meddling Mage. What's the choice going to be? It really doesn't matter because we're going to lose. Unless we draw maybe a Master of Waves. Name's Omniscience. That's not even in the deck, man. I'm sorry, but... we're dead. Come on. We're not even playing Omniscience. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and we're not even anywhere close to casting it. This game was winnable, and I'm mad at myself because I shipped a land to the bottom. 7, 8. Fun. It's not always supposed to be fun, right? If I'm frustrated, maybe this video shouldn't have gone up. Detention Sphere. I mean, we can D-Sphere and we can Declaration. We're a mana away from winning this game. That is comical. Who's watching? Is this funny? Or what kind of emotions am I evoking? Ideally good ones. Okay, Teferi is super important. Jace seems kind of good, maybe. I don't love Vendilion Click. I'm going to keep in the D-Spheres. But I also think I'm going to bring in Threads. I'm going to cut the Seas Claims. And we're going to keep in the Spreading Seas and the Omnis and the Jaces and so on. And let's play Magic. Oh no, the opponent hasn't submitted. How much time of yours do I want to waste? How much time of mine do I want to waste? This is a big turning point in the channel. Or not a big turning point. So I'm looking a year out, 2 years out, right? We're looking 2 years out. And the goal is to make the content as good as possible. That's probably going to require... Well, the difficult thing is what makes the channel good is my enthusiasm for it. And my ability to do other things behind the scenes. So it cannot consume my life, the videos. It has to be more. However, it's also important that it's really high quality for you. So there's a fight between quality and quantity, right? There's a fight between me being able to do it and not being able to do it at all, or just consuming. Right, you get what I'm saying. So, I mean, it's really a tough balancing act. Is what I'm getting at. So, I mean, whatever we can do to make the content better, but also it needs to actually like fit into my day. Because it's important that I eat healthy, that I work out for the channel. It's important that I call people and talk to Magic players for the channel. Cool, so there's Declaration of Not, which I think I'm going to put on Path to Exile. Which might not be in the opponent's deck anymore, but probably is. It won them that game. But we can wait on it. See if there's a Meddling Mage coming down. Threads is super important for stopping this. Meddling Mage. Well, we can't Declaration it. If anything I don't want to see, it is Master of Waves. Maybe they pick Detention Sphere. So, again, we could throw down Master, but... We could play Declaration and then we could throw down Master, but then we don't have another mana to protect. Master of Waves, super annoying. But good play from the opponent. Detention Sphere, okay. Good top deck from us. Let's make that thing go away, and let's do it right now. So, question, why did I not play that Declaration of Not? Because we want to know what the opponent is. We want to save it and play it in response to something, probably. If I had known we were going to top deck Detention Sphere, I would have thrown it down on Path to Exile. Hmm. Okay, well, good name by the opponent. Really, really irritating. But, again, good job. And then we can play Nykthos. And then we've got a bunch of mana to do things. And eventually, yeah, it made sense to play the D-Sphere then anyways, because it would be really bad if the opponent, I mean, we couldn't really stop the opponent from playing the other Meddling Mage. There's another border post. Cast it. So, yeah, I mean, we can cast a Myojin when we draw the mana. We can cast a Myojin when we draw the mana. Remand. Interesting. I'm not gonna... Sure, whatever. I will do this. And we've got Declaration mana. Could have... Well, instead of playing... Actually, this would have been better. Instead of playing Detention Sphere, could have held up Declaration of Not and tried to counter the Meddling Mage, and then Detention Sphere the other Meddling Mage. Because right now we're down to drawing either a Myojin or a Threads, or there's a Myojin, so sweet. So how much mana do we have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can get 8. We have exactly 10 mana. So if the opponent ever taps mana, and there's a mountain. But we can put down Declaration and choose Mana Leak. Blue, blue, Declaration, choosing Mana Leak, or if the opponent counters it, that's fine too. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that sucks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Didn't consider that. Super annoying. Well, in that case, the Declaration of Not is going to choose Path to Exile. Why? Because, oh, I should have played the Spreading Seas first to get more information. Yeah, and we could Spreading Seas the Hallowed Fountain. That was just bad, probably. That was probably just not good. Well, in that case, let's turn this off, because we did choose Path to Exile. Oops, I should have tapped Nykthos for mana, 100% definitely, because we could Serum Visions. Playing a bit loosey-goosey here. There's a Master, awesome, okay. Bottom, the Declaration, we don't really need it. Untap, draw, Detention Sphere, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have to make the mana first. 11, 12, but it's plenty of mana. Detention Sphere on the Meddling Mage. Might as well do it now while the opponent's tapped out. I think that makes sense. The camera might die, by the way. Okay, going to game 3. Well, not quite yet, but I got a good feeling about that. Seemed to turn out all right. Did I fail to communicate how I felt about time with the opponent? Should I have? But I also don't want to reveal that I'm filming, because again, I don't want them to search my social media, otherwise they would have found it. So sideboarding, another option, we could bring in Jace. We could also bring in Sower of Temptation. I don't love it. We could bring in our own Vendilion Clicks. We could bring in our own Phantasmal Image. I like how we've sideboarded. All these cards are good. Teferi is really good as well. Boom. Okay. And we're back for game 3. Should be a good one. I'm going to mulligan. This is unfortunate. So we could go to 5, or we could keep. This is okay if we draw a land, because we have Leyline in play. I'm going to keep, man. I mean, maybe we go to 6. We could go to 5. It's not going to guarantee we win. Just being down on cards sucks. There's a Nykthos, which is really good, except that it doesn't turn on our border posts. So we could put this to the bottom. You know, I'm gonna play to win and not play to not lose here. So what that means is I'm gonna keep the Nykthos. So we draw the Nykthos, then if we draw a basic land, we are gonna be in a really good position to win this game. If not, then maybe we lose on the spot. But I see like a lot of ways to lose, and I only see one way right now to win, and I'm going for the way to win. Also, if we miss our land drop for a couple turns, it doesn't mean we're going to lose, because the opponent's deck is on the slower end of things, generally. Alright, we missed a land drop. That doesn't mean that I should have mulliganed. Again, being on 5 cards is not that good, and even if we hit a land, we're not really... Even if we hit a land, we still need a Nykthos. So, I made a play to win. Do I regret it? No, I don't regret it. And we drew a land too, which is, so we get to play Magic, and it's probably going to work out alright. Shift the turn. We could Spreading Seas that Steam Vents, but might as well play at the end of the opponent's turn if we can. 3, interesting. Geist of Saint Traft. That is certainly problematic. Big issue. Spreading Seas on the Steam Vents. So we're going to have to win very fast or we're going to lose. Win very fast or lose. There's an island. It makes sense to Serum Visions. Bottom, bottom. What's it going to take to win here? Probably a Master of Waves, like immediately. Immediately a Master of Waves. We can take, I mean, we only have 2 turns. And Myojin is not even good enough. Oh, we can use a Detention Sphere to ice out the attacker on one of these turns. We could annex. Yeah, we just need a master to resolve. I'm not super optimistic about things. Also, the opponent's only a mana away from Colonnade, so maybe I should have Spreading Seas that one. There's another Nykthos. 2, 3, 4. So, here's the game plan. Pass the turn. Hope that the opponent draws a land and goes for the Colonnade kill. Please play a land. Please go for Colonnade. Please go for Colonnade. Do it. Go for Colonnade. Go for Colonnade. Do it. Why aren't you going for Colonnade, man? Why not? It would have been so sweet. Okay, well, I'm still going to go for a Nex. And blue, blue. Bam, bam. Annex it. What's happening? What's happening? Cryptic command. Can we win on time somehow? Okay, so we are host. Maybe we can still win if we top deck a Master of Waves right now. Maybe we can win. Maybe it gets countered or path exiled. Right click concede. Okay, Mana Leak, we're dead. GG's. Thanks for watching. Really fun series. Another experiment. I don't know we're going to be back tomorrow, which means we're ending on a loss. Usually I either play until we win or I doctor it in such a way that we end on a win because it feels bad to end on a loss. Always end on a make. This is another experiment. Doesn't matter. Right, I think 3 matches is plenty and we got to showcase the deck and it was fun. Oops, I wanted to click out with Flooded Strand and commit seppuku. So do you care? Is it sour like, man, ending on a loss sucks? Well, we won some matches, so oh well. Yeah, and make sure to follow me on all social media. I'm now posting off votes on what the next deck is going to be. So if you want to participate, follow me on social media. Also take the free deck crafting workshop. And I asked a million questions in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let's make things better. I love you. Thank you so much. Peace.